Advent, Day 7. Treachery of whales. Huh, there's a wiki page for whale. Oh no, not again. Swarm of crabs rescuing us from a massive underground cave system just beyond where the crab submarines need to be aligned before they have enough power to blast a large enough hole for a submarine to get through. Crab submarines can only move horizontally. You quickly make a list of the horizontal position of each crab. They have limited fuel, so you have to make all of their horizontal positions match while requiring them to spend as little fuel as possible. You know, I'm in a brute force kind of mood. How big is our input? Pretty big. Open 0. Open input, please. Thank you. A 1,000. List of 1,000 elements. Am I overcomplicating this? It's not a circular arrangement, right? Well, if they all move to position 0, that would mean this one spends 1, these two spend 2, these 3 spend 3, etc. If we change from position 0 to position 1, that means that this one spends 1 more, and everybody else spends 1 fewer. Which just kind of, it's simple, you're still adding them all up, but you don't have to keep doing the multiplications after the first time. There's only 1,000 of them. Let's do it that way. T for total. If part 2 is that they can assemble into 2 columns, I'm going to be up a creek. Do I have to start this here? I think I have to start this here. No. This is going to be some huge number. It was the amount spent. That's what I tried to do. C0 is this t value. C1 is that, but I'm adding this and subtracting all of those. To get C2, I add these two and subtract all the rest of them. To get C3, I add these three. There it was. I skipped right over it. So I thought 537 was the winning position. Advent disagrees. Well, if brute force doesn't solve your problem, you're not using enough of it. So let's just let's do the same thing stupider. Now I have a much less favorable answer. Well, if it was too high before, it's definitely too high now. Did I print the maximum when I meant the minimum? I did. Yeah, I had a little... The sum of them should have only been... I was suddenly curious if that was the difference. Oh well. Trouble is, if that was too high, then this is definitely too high. Oh. I thought it was telling me, I thought there were way more crabs than there actually were. I thought they were telling me how many crabs were at each position. But there aren't 465,000 crabs. There are... Yeah. See what happens when you don't read? I wonder if there shouldn't be local minima, right? So we could do a gradient descent. Read. Why won't it read? It's got the same problem I do. Brute force time. I'm not proud. Ooh, we have triangle numbers. Crab submarine engines don't burn fuel at a constant rate. See, now I'm glad I did brute force, because I don't know how I would have adapted the other thing. Okay. I haven't used D yet. The distance is this far, but instead of just incrementing by the distance, 1 becomes 1, 2 becomes 3, 3 becomes 6, 4 becomes 10. There we go.